Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good, and in today's video I'm going to share my workflow for how to get an easy and natural color grade out of your Sony A7 III S-Log2 footage. So I personally use this Sony A7 III, but this actually works with any Sony 8-bit camera. So if you're owning the A7II, a6500, a6400, doesn't matter at all. This workflow can also be used for your camera. So make sure to watch till the end, and it will absolutely blow your mind how easy it is to get an actually really good looking image out of these cameras. But before we jump into DaVinci Resolve, I have two things that I want to mention. First of all, if you're not using DaVinci yet, make sure to switch. It will probably take some time until you have your workflow there, but it will definitely be worth it because this software is absolutely amazing. And the second point that I want to mention is don't panic when you see the node tree. I will give you a link down below where you can download this node tree for free and use it forever. And this will make your workflow way faster. So let me show you. Alright, so here we are in DaVinci Resolve, and this here is my absolutely favorite shot from Ibiza. I am so in love with the composition, the lighting, and also the grading. And actually this one here is the graded version, and here ungraded. And I'm going to show you my color grading process in this example. But I have also another example that I want to show you later, which is super exciting, so make sure to stick to the end. But for now, we just go into color, and then I will open up my gallery and drag and drop my Rec. 709 S-Log2. And this is also the power grade, which is down in the description to download for free, and you can use this node tree as well, and I will show you how this works. So I just drag this and place it more here so we can see everything. And basically this is nothing too special, and for this grade right now we're going to do something really natural, and we're not even considering all of these nodes because we don't need this for this example, but you will see this later. So what we did right now is when I hit before and after, we only applied the color space transform actually, which is set to S-Gamut3 Cine and S-Log2. Here for the output I use timeline because I told my timeline what to do, which is actually on the color management Rec. 709 Gamma 2.4. Then the next thing that I also already did is to sharpen the image a little bit because I have in-camera sharpening off because this just doesn't look good and you don't want to do this. And for the exposure, I just go into my exposure node, and most of the time I just bring down the offset until the dark areas sitting right above something here. And what I also like to do as well is playing a little bit with an S-curve to give a little bit more contrast. Nothing too special. Something just like this. Maybe I will add a little bit more contrast like this here. And what you can also do when you're applying contrast is playing around with the pivot. Here you can see how it changes the behavior of the contrast. Yeah, and I think just something like this looks already pretty decent. But another step that I really like to add to give a little bit more pop to the image is adding glow. And this is also possible with the free version from DaVinci Resolve. And therefore I have already set it up this node here, and I just type in glow, drag and drop, and then what I want to do is soft light, shine threshold, and spread completely up. And now you can see this is way too much. I just go to global blend, this is off, and then bring in something around here. And if I do before and after, look at this difference. It is absolutely crazy. That is actually everything that I do, but one thing that I always like to do is playing around with the light. So what I'm gonna do here, this crazy looking note tree is like a vignette. So I have all this set it up before. I can just tap in and then go through where I wanna add some light or a little bit darken the area. The face should be a little bit brighter, and then from the left side I'm gonna add some shadow, the same from the bottom. And already with this we balanced the light a little bit more towards the face, and I just think that this adds so much value to your image, and with this I'm actually already really happy. Now it is one thing to edit one image beautiful, but it's the other thing to make a whole project looking beautiful and also matching together. And this is what I'm going to show you right now. So for the next example, I prepared 4 different clips where I will show you the note tree a little bit more in depth, that you know how to work with this. And when I play this back to you, you will definitely directly see what disappoints you. Alright, so this was the version where something is completely off, and now I will show you how it should look. And now to show you this a little bit better, we will jump into the color tab again. And now something which is super helpful when it comes to matching clips together is a tool which I will show you right now. So I will select the last 4 clips which are fine, which fits together, and I select this, and I already have selected clips. So if this doesn't pop up, you should drop down this and say selected clips. And with this you have a beautiful overview from the selected clips. And when I select now the different clips here, you will see what is off. So this one is like way too cold, and this is because I recorded it for this example with a different white balance. But now, how can you fix this? This is also where I use this power window here and say clips away. And when I tap this here, I have the complete note tree from this picture, and also the note tree which we have already used for the other example. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going into my white balance and say in the HDR wheel that I want a little bit more warmth in my picture. And this actually already does a really good job. Like, this is almost all ready to go. So something that disappoints me a little bit is that we have way more dark areas here, and this just doesn't really fit. So what I'm gonna do is I go into my exposure and pull up the lift just a little bit, and I will also add a little bit of gain because the others are way brighter. So something just like this. This looks already pretty good. But if we want to go a little bit deeper, I will just show you my adjustment. This is actually also my look. If I create a look where I have people in the frame, I always choose this layer mixer, which is actually absolutely amazing. I will show you this real quick here on this example. Alright, get rid of this, ciao clips, and then I just make a quick qualifying here. Alright, something just like this, nothing too special. And then when I select a look, it is like, it works like in Photoshop. Everything I selected right now above is not applied to this. Like, we selected only the skin, right? And then when I go into my offset, I can pull it completely over anywhere, and you see that the skin tone is not affected by this. So if you want to create a look, say you want to go a little bit more into the warmth, then you can pull this a little bit up, something like this, and say in the shadows you will add a little bit more greens, like for what reason ever you can do this. Like, this is a little bit more a film look, you see. This is like the most effective way to create a strong look over an image, to use your highlights and to play around with it in the log wheels or in the HDR wheels. But this is just way too off. I just wanted to show you how to do it actually. So when I don't have any skin in my picture, I just skip this layer here because it doesn't make sense to qualify anything, and I can play around with the look in here. So here you got it. A beautiful overview from matching images. So this is the workflow that I just figured out for me that works best, and I just figured it out the last couple of weeks ago. Absolutely blew my mind when I found out these things, and I hope that this was also helpful for you. And if it was, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video because it would support me a lot. And also don't forget this download link down in the description below. And yeah, if you did it, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.